Talk about Hazel, and here she is, darling. How is your cruise going? I hope you're enjoying your time. Ingrid, I see you. I need to go on a cruise myself when time permits. I haven't been on a cruise in about 23 years now. That's terrible. Jesus, that's too long now. Julie Peterkin, come on in. I see you. Yvette Carter, that is too long. You know, it's 20-something years of not being on a cruise. That's too long, but I need to get on one. I need to get on one and not to the Bahamas this time. I want to go somewhere else. I don't know where, but I need to be going on a cruise. Ingrid Grant, I see you. And I need to be going to Puerto Rico again as well. Maybe next time Hazel is going, I'll venture with Hazel over to Puerto Rico because I know that she goes in that direction as well. Keisha Franklin said, I never been on the cruise. I need to go on one soon. Are you serious, Keisha? With all the traveling that you do? Oh my goodness, I'm surprised, Keisha. Because I know you do a lot of traveling, and I would have thought that you would have been on a cruise. But yes, I had the opportunity to go on one when my oldest son was, I think he was 2. That's what I'm saying, 23 years. Because he's 25 now. So yeah, we pick up the boat from Miami. Because we was living in Tampa at that time. And yeah, it was really nice. We went to the Bahamas. So beautiful there. I really enjoyed it. The first time I ever had a Bahama mama is what they call it. When we was out there on the beach. You know how they take you to a beach just for the cruising people and I guess the locals that do the hair braiding and stuff there. It was so beautiful. Oh my God. And the shopping there was so nice. Oh, Marcy, I'm afraid to cruise. I've heard horror stories, especially when COVID hit. Well, you know, when that was going on, I don't think a lot of people were cruising. I don't think so. But why would you be afraid, Marg? It's really nice, to be honest. I mean, but yes, you hear of horror stories, whether it's on the news, whether it's on YouTube. Yes, we've heard it all, right? I think last week I even read something about some cruise ship and something happened over there. So, but you know what? I would still go on one. I'm telling you right now. Maybe not 7 days. Don't put me there for 7 days. Because let me do like a 4-day and I'll be all right with that one, right? I know about 7. Inez Clark, I see you. I know about 4 days. But Keisha said you should go on one that goes to my country, Belize. I heard it's really nice. Really? To be honest, you know, for all the cruises that I've ever looked up, all right, I saw the 7-day cruise that takes you to all the islands, including Barbados, then Bahamas. Where else? To be honest, I've never seen one that showed Belize, Keisha, but thanks for putting that in there. I'll think about it because I really want to go on a cruise at some point. I don't know when, but, you know, let's see how that goes. Mary said, I don't want to hit iceberg either. But Marge, why you gotta think like that, right? If you're going on a cruise, don't think about none of those things because you will never get on that boat ever if you're gonna be thinking along that line. No, just go with it. To be honest, when I went on that cruise, Marge, look, I was on that cruise. The only time that I remember I was on a cruise, honestly, was when I was up on the deck, right? Going for the buffet. Oh my God, the buffet is to die for. Or looking over the ocean or the boat kind of doing a little swerving, you know, because of the waves. But outside of that, darling, I slept like a baby. I had no problem, no dreams, nothing. I wasn't even thinking negative. But again, that was 23 years ago, you know what I mean? Nothing much was going on back then. That boat gets a leak, you're up. Shit, Creed. Oh my God. See, Marge, you see how you're thinking? Oh my goodness. So, Marge, you will never go on a cruise then. No. Y'all see how Marge is thinking, right? About every worst thing possible that could happen on that boat. You're not going on a cruise, Marge. I'm sorry to tell you. Oh my God. If that's how you were meant to go, or anybody else that go on a cruise, that was God's plan. But if you go on a cruise, Marge, and nothing happens, right? Even if they have some wavy things out there that, Marge, come on now. Selma says, Simply Sweet Beach, you're not bad. The only cruise I ever went on is the Bajan cruise. What? Selma, are you serious? Oh my God. Jesus, my God, my God. I mean, nothing wrong with that. Belgium cruise and land. Oh, jeez. Well, I don't know why, but you know, like years and years ago, I know for me personally, I never think about none of those kind of things that would ever happen. It wasn't in my thought that, oh my God, a cruise? A damn boat all the way out in the sea, all the way to this island? No, I didn't think about it at all. All those thoughts that Marge got right now, I had none of those. I heard the food is amazing, darling. It is, and nobody had told me. Look, let me tell you guys, that wasn't even really, that was kind of a random thing. You know what I mean? I think it was for a birthday or anniversary or something. I just looked up this cruise. I think it was the, not the Royal Caribbean, what's the other one? Something. I just looked up cruises, saw it in price, called this place, book it, and I said we going on a cruise. That was it. So that's what I'm saying. I had no time to think of no fear. If this boat, this, if that happened, no, no, no. None of that was in my thoughts. But guys, when we went to the buffet the morning time, oh my God. You saw this long stretch of food, all different types of food. Let me tell you something. That was the most enjoyable part of that cruise. Don't get me wrong. The beach was really nice as well. Because back then, you know, I looked like somebody, you know what I mean? At least I could still wear my swimsuit out there. But the buffet was really, really nice, my people. I'm telling you, it was for the food. And I hear a lot of people say that as well, that they go to those cruises because of the food, okay? The buffet, the dinners, everything was amazing. The only thing is if you take pictures on that boat, and your evening wear and all that, guess what? They want you to pay for that. And it's expensive. I can tell you right now. Very expensive. I did get a few for keepsake, which I probably still got those pictures somewhere about, okay, with all my other pictures. But the ones with the evening wear for the dinner and all that, I was like, I need no package, okay? Mara said, oh yes, hazardous all day yesterday. Really? My God. Thank God for keeping you safe, darling. Teresa, I see you, Gail. Gals, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Marge said, no, I don't think I am. Marge is proclaiming it today. She ain't going on no cruise. No cruise will not be the death of her. But Marge, okay, look at it this way, right? You're not going on a cruise because of all these thoughts in your head. But look at what's happening. You're at red lights. Just stop. And people just running into the back of your car. Don't you know that that could cause you to lose your life as well? Because, okay, let's say, God forbid, some crazy person came up high speed, that hit you in the back in the rear of your car. Your vehicle move forward. Then there's other cars coming the other direction. Hello. That's worse than a cruise, darling. A cruise boat. Just saying, Marge. All right, but nothing like that will happen. Ruby, I see you in there from Michigan. Welcome, welcome. Detroit in the house. Sonata, I see you. Welcome, everyone. Lady Luck in the house. Marge is saying 23 years ago was after 9/11. So you were forgetting, you forgetting was a dangerous time as well. Well, like I told you, Marge, okay? I was not thinking about nothing like that, right? I was never a person that lived my life thinking in fear of things like that. So until crazy things happen as time go by, right? So that is why I was never thinking about it. Look, when I went to Las Vegas, you know the hotel, right? Stratosphere, I think it's called, is where we stayed. And that hotel, you know, you can go up and up all the way up to the top. On the top of the hotel itself has like rides that you can ride on and stuff like that. If I tell you I went on a ride on the top of that hotel, and when you get on the ride, oh my God, you could see down, right? But down is not short there, you know. The thing is high. And that ride was taking us all over, like on the top, but you could see down bottom. At first I was like, oh my God, suppose they have on this ride, you know, but then I was like, nah, this ride been here forever. So I'm saying that, you know, things like that, I don't really stress about that. And I just go with it and trust God here, because that's what you got to do. When you live in fear, sometimes those are things that will happen because you're already calling it. Mark said we'll gain too much weight. You think in them 4 days you're going to gain that weight, you'll come back and work it off. Go to the gym or do some walking. But Keisha said, I really haven't been on a cruise, but I'm scared. I don't know how to swim. It's sad. I'm from Belize and don't know how to swim. Darling, no, it ain't sad because I don't even know how to swim either. So we in the same boat. Mark came and learned how to swim. My oldest, Mark was swimming from the time he was 5 years old. My oldest son can swim. He was probably swimming maybe around the age of 9. My daughter never wanted to learn to swim because, you know, my daughter's one of those kind of people. She's not interested in no swimming or nothing like that, right? But I did not learn how to swim. The same person that taught Mark how to swim was trying to teach me to, and guess what? I was like, this ain't for me, boy. I'm a virgin. I ain't got no time to be floating here and floating. Nah, no. Just leave me. You teach the young ones. Yes, so don't feel bad, Keisha. I can't swim neither. It's crazy, but one day I'll go on one. Yes, darling, go on one. And trust me, even if you knew how to swim and you went on a cruise ship and something happened, unless you got life vests, all those little boats, like, how you gonna swim on that shore? You're gonna swim from all the way out there to shore, right? Some sharks might attack you along the way, darling. I'm just saying, because those oceans are, you know, far out, and only God knows if there are some sharks out there. Exactly. Marge is saying, if anything happens, swimming probably not going to help you anyway. LOL. But that's what I'm thinking. Because you start to swim, you get tired. After an hour or so, you see those people, right? That you watch TV, they'll get tired. They'll start to fall asleep. They'll lay there floating. Even when they got on those things, only God knows sharks might come up. That's what I'm saying. We don't know, right? But Hazel goes on cruise all the time. Priscilla Garden goes on cruise all the time, and they're okay. Hazel said cruising for over 30 years. She's been cruising for over 30 years. Over the world, we say cruise ships as Cindy Sweet Peach. And she's okay. Right now, she's on a cruise still. There we go. And y'all saw that she was on one when? About a month and a half ago or two. And she's okay. And as long as he hasn't been coming on this platform, he hasn't been going on cruises. Y'all been seeing the pictures on the fan page. So that's my whole thing, right? And she's okay. I did not have no bad experience when I went on the cruise, but it was really enjoyable. Selma said, I love the front door of the beach, but not the back door because it don't have any sex probably. Oh my God. Well, Selma, you know, I was one in kind of daredevils. Now, when I go at the beach, I used to go up on the jetty. You know what I mean? A person that can't even swim. And I was learning how to swim in Barbados. Someone was teaching me, but, you know, I tell you guys how that story went there. So I stopped going swimming altogether. I think I stopped going to the beach for a while. But I used to go on the jetty and go all the way to the edge with the intentions to jump off. Can't swim. Don't ask me why going out there by the deep part for. Did I ever jump off? I don't think I ever did, unless I had a tube. Because, you know, when the people teaching you how to swim, they had those tubes as well. But it was crazy, guys. It was really crazy. But we used to go to the beach a lot. And, you know, when I was in Barbados, because my mom loved the beach, and especially when we on summer break from school, oh my God, we used to be at the beach sometimes 4 times per week. And different beaches, but I hated Bath Beach, and there was another one. Any beach that got too much moss, no. Keep me away from that moss, because as soon as I go in that water and that moss start coming around my foot, I start jumping and I'm screaming, because yeah, I don't know what the hell around my foot, right? So Bath Beach, I'll go there on picnics, wear my swimsuit and everything, but you can't get me in that water, okay? Marg said, crazy bus lady just GUNNED 8 and crossed right in front of my lane. I caught up with her to see who it is. It was, and she was smiling very charming, like, wow, a bus full of people driving like an idiot. That's crazy. Crazy, my people. Pauline Johnson, I see you in there. Welcome, everyone. If I miss your name, sorry about that. But Mara say, Simply Sweet Pea says, we're in the same boat. Darling. You know, there's so many things. If you had experiences, whether you live in the islands or whether you grew up here or in Africa, wherever you are, I'm sure that you had some, you know, experiences, right? Maybe. But for me personally, I was a daredevil type of person. I would try certain things and not think of, you know, harm or fear or anything like that. But Marg says, sea sharks, they're dangerous everywhere. I'm telling you. So you can imagine being out there. Like, for, look, something happened with that boat, and they tell me that I need to get out and go and swim. That first thing that going on my mind, right? Oh my God, there probably sharks in this damn water. I'm going to be captured by a shark versus the ship sinking. And if the ship sink, I will capture faster because I can't swim. I will drown, right? Look, can you imagine the shark eating you? And you can feel it biting at your leg, and you're, I don't know about that one. I think I'd prefer to just drown and be gone, and they can come and take my body there. Marg said, okay, you don't know how to swim? No. And you're jumping in the water. We're not going to listen to you anymore, sweet bitch. That's why I asked Marg, did I ever even jump in the water? I know we went to the edge, like we were crazy, that we wanted to jump in. But I think that the time that I jumped in, I had the tube. You know how you can put those tubes around your waist and you go, you hold in it and you jump in. Because when you jump in the water, guess what? That same tube is going to hold you up. And I believe that's exactly what we were doing as young kids. And our mother was not at the beach at that time because we used to go at the beach sometimes by ourselves, you know. He has to say, beautiful Carlisle Beach in Barbados. Carlisle, oh Jesus, I may mispronounce that one, Carlisle Beach. I never been to that one, darling. I think the only beach I've been to was, okay, I went up by the jetty. I can't remember that street, or Bay Street, or is it Bay Street? Somebody help me. But the one that got the jetty, that's the beach we used to go to mostly. Then we used to go down by Bath Beach, but like I tell you guys, I ain't like going to that beach. Then there was a beach in St. James. Oh my God. The beach in St. James, that one was the best. The best beach. I can't remember how far in St. James it was, but it wasn't like real deep down. It wasn't down by the Spikestown area, but I've been to a beach down in the Spikestown area because I had a classmate who used to live there. And if I go to visit her, we will walk to that beach because she was close there. That beach was beautiful too, but that was Spikestown. But the other one I talking about, because my mom used to one that they used to work at those guest houses, right? It was a guest house that the person used to take care of. So if we come to the beach there, we could come through the guest house, get changed, and then walk through the door. And the beach, the sand was right there as soon as you walk through that back door. Like, it was so beautiful. And then the other one, oh God, help me. Not St. Joseph's or St. Thomas. The one that had the beach close by the cashews. Oh God, I can't remember down there near my people, okay? Sophia said that's Browns Beach. Okay, then there you go. Browns Beach. Okay, the one that near Carlisle, okay, is Browns Beach. Okay, and I think I went to Browns Beach then. Look, they went to so many beaches in Barbados. But anyone that got moss, it can't get me. I don't want to go to them type of beach. If we go there picnicking, guess what? Stay away from the water. I don't mind being part of the picnic, but I'm not going in the water. Yes, Marg, of course, because you know we can't swim, so we got to wear the tubes, and those are the most things that we used to have. We didn't really have the floaty things to put on your arm. It was a lot of tubes at that time when I was younger that people used to bring to the beaches, and like I told you, when people take you learning to swim as well, that's what they would use also to help protect you. But McCarty said, I have phobia of sea creatures and earthquakes happening in the middle of the ocean. So I never cruise, but do go to the beach and some middle part places to see corals and collect shells. And I think that many people, darling, are afraid of sea creatures and earthquakes, right? And tornadoes. You guys remember that year when they had that tsunami? I can't remember which country it was in, but I remember that. And when I saw all that water and those cars and all those things being dragged down, I'm like, oh my God, Jesus. But you know that water can cause a lot of damage. Don't care where you're living, you're surrounded with water. They got hurricanes, all these different things. Guess what? Boom! All that gush of water will come first and damage properties, especially those people that live closest to beach. and oceans and lakes and all of that. That's why they tell those people to evacuate. Find somewhere else to go. Bathsheba, Selma, yes, 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 that is it. Bathsheba, you got it. See, I don't remember because it was a while ago, but I could still see it because I remember the cashews. I remember the fat ports. I even remember the area where people used to be, got the things set up on the benches when they go picnicking. My God. Caroline said, good morning, Aussie Peach. There's a program here in Barbados where the elderly can go and learn to swim for free. And it's true, it's taught by lifeguards. Oh, really? Though, that's nice. They should have had that when we was back there younger too. Instead of putting those random perverts on the beaches to lure young girls, probably young boys too, who knows what they were doing. But that's nice. Glad to hear that. Yeah, because it's important to me. Even if you're a person that don't go on cruise, even if you're a person that don't go to the beach like that, you never know. When all of these oceans, all of these seas and rivers and all of that, it's going to just come to one. And it doesn't matter if you can swim anyways, because the rate that those waters will be colliding together, even if you can swim or not, you still get washed down. But you know that those people, all those people that died in that tsunami, some of them were probably people that could swim as well. But, you know, again, the way how that thing comes so rapid and fast, and it pushes them, you know, even if they're trying to swim backward or whatever, they just end up, East Coast Road, yes, 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 Selma, that's the one, East Coast Road. I was trying to remember it, but my thought was, okay, St. Thomas, but I think there was a road in St. Thomas that used to lead you to that same road anyways that you're talking about. All depends on the direction you're coming from, right? Whether you're coming from St. Thomas or whether you're coming from the other side. So yes, my God. Oh Lord, there's so many things that I need to revisit when I go to Barbados. Oh my God, Jesus, it's been a long time. But some things I can still remember, I can still see, you know, like if it was right there in my mind, especially the beaches, those I will never forget for sure. I might not remember the name, but I can remember what it looks like. So yes, St. Joseph, yes, St. Joseph, yeah, Bathsheba. But yes, my niece was living in St. Joseph, so we went there a few times, but not really to the beaches close by them. But I've been in St. Joseph many times because her mom was a beautician. Well, she probably still is, probably still does people here. So we used to go by her mom when we were younger, and she used to braid our hair. That was before I even got into doing hair and whatever. Because I told you guys that from the time I was probably like 9 or 10, I started learning how to braid, you know, like add extensions on. That's why by the time I was like 13, I was like, you know what, I'm going to beauty school. I want to be a beautician because I was doing everything where hair is concerned, you know. So, yeah. But that was a nice time, my people. Those are experiences that you will always remember. And Hazel is always in Barbados. A lot of cruises that Hazel goes on, she goes to Barbados as part of her cruise. So that is wonderful. Sonia Pink, I see you in there. Now, I would love to, by the grace of God, one year or one day to go to Jamaica as well, because I'm sure that the beaches there are beautiful and nice. Based on what I've seen on movies, shows, right? The beaches there looks really, really beautiful. Any beach is beautiful as long as it got blue waters and no moss, okay? Keep the moss ones away from me. Clearwater Beach was a beach that we used to go to often. And then after a few years, I realized that Clearwater started getting a little bit of moss in it in some areas, right? Because, you know, the beach is long, so, well, wide, I should say, when you go to it, sitting on the sand. And I realized that all depends on where you are. Yeah, there's some moss. But that beach that I was on the other day, when you guys saw me jumping up in that water, I was jumping up because the water was cool. That beach did not have no moss in it. So that's a beach that I would go to. Again, when the weather is warmer and go out a little further in it. But it wasn't super, super cool, but maybe like 68 degrees, but the water itself was cool. McCaddy saying, it's funny, I have phobia of sea creatures, but I'm so good in eating salty fish, whale and coconut. Went back home in, oh God, Mombasa, hopefully I pronounced that correct, by the Indian Ocean. Tsunami affected us in East Africa all the way from the Philippines. Tsunami, sorry. Really? Wow. Yeah, I'm not surprised, darling. That's probably going to take all of us when our day come. I mean, that's probably going to take the whole world. Ain't going to be just water, oceans, everything just wash. That's only my own thought, okay? But really, whale and coconut, wow. Okay. Well, if you ain't got phobia of sea creatures, something is wrong, darling. Trust me, because I do too. Yes. Oh, really, Sonia Pink? She said, I am going next month. Oh, my goodness. To Jamaica. That's wonderful, darling. Wonderful. I know you're going to have a grand time. Yes, Selma, exactly. Bath Beach is in St. John. Yeah. And that one was not far from where we lived because we lived in St. George. So all we used to do is just go left and keep going, and that would take us up to the Bath Beach. But even though we didn't live far from it, it was not really, we only go to Bath Beach, to be honest, if we're going picnicking, really. Because a lot of people was not interested in Bath Beach because it's so dirty, you know, it's so much moss and it was just filthy. So people mostly enjoy going there for picnics, darling, you know. Whatever kind of picnic you put together, even if you put together your own family little picnic to go there. So those used to be the best. Hey, I tell you, life living in the islands, I don't know how it is now. But back then, it was really nice, you know. You had nothing to worry about. No fear about nothing. Well, again, things change over the years. Because when I hear people talking about there's a lot of crime there now and on this and that, I'm like, really? Because I'm thinking from back when I was there, right? McCaddy said, I want to come to Jamaica when CBCBG organize women travel for fun. All right, we will think about that 1 year, darling, when this world gets a little bit more settled. Let me put it. I call it settled because there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. But yes, we will make sure that we talk to Sonia Pink and Tessa Sterling, because they're from Jamaica, and some other people that comes here as well, so that we know exactly where we're going, because I never even heard about a hotel in Jamaica, so I wouldn't even know where to begin, darling. Janice Joseph, good morning. I'm late watching tennis. Coco playing. Okay, darling, no problem. I understand. Do your thing, darling. Enjoy your tennis. Enjoy. We just here chatting, reminiscing, talking about cruise ships and cruises and so forth, darling. So that's okay. Just chatting. But yes, Jamaica definitely on my list. That's one place that's on my list. Out of all the islands, I've never said, okay, I want to go to St. Vincent, Trinidad, those places. No. Even when I was in the islands, to be honest, I know my brothers or my daddy used to go to, like, sometimes when they got like cricket or those kind of sports playing, they might go there. I can't remember if it was it St. Lucia? Or I think Trinidad that they used to go to. But for me personally, no. My first place was Puerto Rico, and after that it was Puerto Rico, and then it was Puerto Rico, because I told you guys I went to Puerto Rico 5 times, but in a very short span of time. It wasn't like over 2 years or anything like that. I started going to Puerto Rico probably when I was about close to 17. And then from there, I just was going maybe every month or every 2 months. Because then this person wanted to go next time I was going back, and that person wanted to go. So that's how I ended up going such a close span of time. Because I told you guys by the time I came here, I was 17, soon going to be 18 in a few months. So, yeah. Mildred, I see you, darling. Thank you. Sonia is saying we are ready when you are. I know that you are, Sonia. I know that for sure. And who best to go with other than people that already is from Jamaica, you know what I mean? That's going to make it more amazing. Because you guys know the best hotels, the safest areas, the best beaches. Oh, and not talk about the food. You know what I mean? the food as well is going to be on another level. Because for me, I love my oxtails, Jamaican oxtails. Even when I go to the Jamaican restaurant, I buy oxtails. That's the most thing I buy when I go there. And then the Jamaican drinks as well, like the cola champagne one and some others I had try as well. Janice Joy said, I went to Jamaica already. It's beautiful. We should go. I'm sure it's very beautiful, darling. We will go. We will. I don't know when, but we will definitely take a trip there. We just have to wait and plan it accordingly. And I say when some of this madness come down here in this place, because, you know, every day you hear about something new, something crazy going on. I ain't hear about nothing going on when it comes to cruise ship, but when it comes to traveling, there's a lot of madness going on. So, but we will plan. Linda Mohammed, how was your birthday? She said, good morning, Sweet Peach. I have did a lot of traveling in my life, but I always trust God to get there safe and back. Amen. Because if something should happen, it was meant to be that way. I don't live in fear. Exactly. And that is me too, darling. That's the same way how I think as well. I'm not even thinking, even when I'm buying the ticket or even when I'm planning, I'm not thinking about fear. You know what I mean? Just like when I went to Nigeria as well. That's why something you don't tell people things. Because when you tell them, they say, what? You're going there alone. Oh my God. You know this. You know that. You're not afraid of this. You're not afraid of... And they start putting all these kind of things in your head. And then now you're thinking like, oh wow, they're right. You know, geez, I didn't even think about this. Now you start to get that, I waited till the last minute. I told you guys, even my own sister found out I was going to Nigeria probably a good few weeks before I was leaving, okay? A month, maybe 4 weeks, I think, is when I told her. But I was already planning from before that. But that's just who I am. Because I don't want people to put fear in me or negative thoughts. You know what I mean? So I prefer not to say nothing. Just do my thing and then tell you after the fact. Or wait till the last day and tell you, oh, I forgot to tell you. And then I forgot. I'm going to such and such a place next week. What? Oh my God. Be careful you go there. Do this and then you hear that after, you know, but you already got your mind conditioned. Keisha said Jamaica is one of the places that I'm definitely going to one day soon. My aunt did go a couple months ago, but I wasn't able to go. Oh wow, okay. And I'm sure that your aunt had a wonderful time. But yes, I think that many people would love to go to Jamaica, just the experience. And like I said, when I see it, it's just so beautiful, especially the beaches. Amen, Hazel. I like that. Hazel said, plan your trips with positive energy. Amen to that. You just said it right there, so. Yep. That's why the other day when I went on that getaway for the Memorial Weekend, look, I told you guys that I did not have that plan a week in advance, not even 2 weeks in advance. It was the Wednesday that I decided, you know what, I really should do this. That Wednesday, when did I leave? Friday evening after work. Okay then. So, you know, think positive and just go with it. So I love that here. So plan your trips with positive energy. Period. And don't tell Tom, Dick, and Harry neither. Marg said, so that those people that got stuck on the cruise ship in Japan for months, that was just meant to be. Yes, Marge, exactly. I ain't hear about that one though. I ain't hear about that one. They got stuck on the cruise ship in Japan for months. But why? What was going on? I never hear about that, but I would love to read that part. But even if I read that, it's still not going to make me scared. But yes, Marge, that was meant to be. That was God's plan. They were meant to be stuck out there for months for whatever reason. Yes. Soraya, I see you, darling. Marge says CLVID kept them on the ship. They were not allowed to leave. Oh, okay, well, I mean, that's different though. You know what I mean? Like, I thought it was because something severe happened on the ship or with the ship. But CLVID, yeah, I could see that happening. Unfortunately for them, if they had a job to come back to, their boss, their workplaces, better had understand. There was nothing that they could do, right? It was out of their control. If they come back and they don't have a job, or they don't have a place of work to go to. Well, that was meant to be too. Maybe to get something better. Lives, I see you in there, darling. Miss ya. Hazel is saying, I have been to St. Petersburg, Russia, no fear. Okay then, see that? Liz, thank you so much for the 100 stars, darling. Appreciate you. Stephanie John Ford. Hi, darling. See you in there. Marcy, yep, same thing people tell me. They can't believe I'm Ubering, especially at night time. It's so dangerous. Yes, it is dangerous. So, Marge, okay, you're doing Uber at night. Let me tell you something. There's no way I'm doing Uber at night. When you see outside start getting dark, I'm done with Ubering. Not only because I don't like driving when it's dark like that, but I will be thinking that I might pick up some local person or somebody that been out drinking and they ain't thinking straight, right? You know that last week I read about a guy, I can't remember if he was about 18, they say, 18 to 20. And he could buy a Uber guy or a Lyft guy because the person said that the parent of some person that did something, the parent is that's a sorry parent or sorry person, something like that. You know that person could buy the driver. And not only could buy them, seemed like they either kicked them out the car, left them on the street, and drove the car to another place. But anyhow, when they found the person on the ground laying down from, the wound, I think they had shot them or something once. By the time they got to the hospital, I think the person died. So that's what I'm saying. And that happened at 2 a.m. in the morning, right? There's no way. When I did Uber for that few months, I think it was booked for 3 months. Let me tell you, 8 o'clock could not catch me out there, March. I was already turning off that thing. By 6:45, I was turning that off. Not me. And again, it wasn't really because I was scared. But I just don't want to be out there. I know 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, in those hours doing no Uber, no. So, you still taking a chance there. And God is protecting you, right? So think of it, that if you went on a cruise, or you went to another country where you never been before, God is going to protect you too. Just like he's keeping you safe while you're doing that Ubering. Marcel, so we just live our lives and we do what we want. And we are ready to meet our maker at any point. That is just it, darling, because only our maker knows when it's our time to go, right? So you can say, oh, me, no, I'm not going on no cruise because that boat going to sink, or this going to happen and that going to happen. Guess what? Something else could take you, darling. Something else can take you, and you still never went on that cruise. You never ventured into that boat, but something else took you. Eliza is saying African Americans do not participate in any march. The battle is not yours, it belongs to God. He keeps singing, boots on the ground. When you say in any march, what type of march do you mean, Eliza? Is there some sort of march going on I don't know about, or are you just speaking like in general? Marge is saying it's awful and people get thrown off cruise ships too, like man overboard, man disappear. Darling, yes. And I'm sure that even husband and wife go out there, they got dispute. One find out that this one is having an affair. All kind of different things happen. Somebody end up over that boat. Darling, many things happens, right? Many. I even was listening to one last week on YouTube where the husband and wife went on a cruise ship. And, they were all excited, they enjoying their time. While they were out there, his wife started flirting with some man on the cruise ship. And it seemed like the man was flirting with her and she was enjoying it because she was laughing and stuff. And anyhow, it led to murder, obviously. Her husband threw her over the dang on ship. And he thought that, okay, well, sharks will get her. She will drown, whatever the case may be. Come to find out that her body got stuck in some part of the cruise ship. But obviously it cut her up, But anyhow, the cruise ship was halted. It stopped because of that situation. And he see him panicking. Like he's thinking, oh my God, what if she's still alive? Oh my God, what they land in him. Anyhow, when he thought that nobody saw him because it was late when they were up on the deck, guess what? somebody was over there on the wing. One of the men who was working in the areas that's getting drink at the hour, whether it was the bar guy or whatever, he thought that nobody saw him. The bar guy saw him though. When he was saying, oh, well, we had an argument and she said she was going for a walk and she never came back. He went to sleep. And the next morning he woke up, she wasn't there. Imagine that life. But Peggy saying, Simply Sweet, same here. You can't get me on no Uber, Lyft, or any regular transportation service, especially at night by myself. Well, Peggy, here's the thing. Marg is actually driving it now here. She's the driver. But for me, I was the driver when I was saying that you can't catch me out there late at night. But if I need to take one, you know, and it's 9 o'clock and I need to take an Uber, then I just do it and I just trust God, right? Even when I get in Uber or Lyft during the day, let me tell you, all depends on who picked me up. All things go through my head too. Lord, please let me get to my location safe because I know about this person here, especially the ones that when you get in the car, look, you get in the car and you don't understand why, but the car smell like weed. And I'm thinking, is this fool actually smoking? One even told me one time, I'm like, because he probably saw me doing like this. He like, yeah, you know, I pick up this person and they got in here and they just smell like pure weed. I don't know how people could just come in people's car. And I'm thinking to myself, you had the window open and nothing went out and blew out. I got the car that smelled like weed. And I didn't realize it until I was already in there and he drove off. And then I started smelling it, you know. And I'm like, oh my God. Jesus, if I smell it from the time that I opened that door, I would have tell you, yeah, I'm not riding it anymore. And I would have canceled out. And now he telling me about this person that got his car. And I'm thinking, oh, so you pick up 5 people that was smelling like weed? Because this car smelled like downright weed, like somebody was actually smoking in it. And I just shake my head. So that's what I'm saying. You do things like that and you just thinking, God, please get me where you're supposed to be safe here because I know about this person. I had 2 experiences with 2 different guys that their cars were smelling like that. So he also said the cruise ship is safer than Uber. I'm telling you, Marge, you hear that? The cruise ship is safer than Uber. I'm telling you, especially as a driver. As a driver, it's very dangerous. Very dangerous. You don't know what could happen, what people can do. You think that person that died on that Uber, did that person know that somebody got in their car with a GUN? No, they didn't know that, but they had one. Elise said there, Nigerian blogger posting nasty comments with Kale and Drake. That is so sad. Darling, they will be forever doing something silly here. Okay, that would never end. Linda Muhammad says, Sweet Peach, I had a wonderful time yesterday for my birthday. I felt like a celebrity. Oh my God, that's wonderful. My family and friends showed me so much love. That is wonderful, darling. I'm so glad to hear that. That's a blessing. Emma, I see you in there. Yes, guys. So, you see how many things going on in the world, right? I like I told you guys, I don't, unless I come to, even if I come to post a good morning post to you guys, I go off of social media after that. Because maybe I'm posting it just before I go to work. And then once my work time is activated, that's it for me. If I come on social media on my break, maybe somebody send me a link and I decide to click on it and it venture me over here and I watch it and then I go on my way. After that, I don't go and venture around to see people posting crap. Look, I'm just, I'm sorry. And on the weekend, I got time to go and do my own thing, whether I be walking, because I need to be walking around to get off some weight that I put on. So I don't have time to venture around social media like that. I mostly be on YouTube now, for real, listening to videos over there. And that's where I hear about a lot of these crime things that are happening as well, that people don't hear about. Whether it's in Detroit, whether it's somewhere else, because sometimes they will tell you where it's happening, and that's it. But let's say they're planning a march on the 7th of June and other marches to protest tackle Prince. See anywhere about that? They only use African Americans for their battle. They voted for him, the Cubans, Haitian, etc. Oh, darling. Well, I see. I ain't hear about that one. That's why it says there's a march I hear about. Raphael, I see you in there sending hugs your way as well. Okay. Well, Marge said, I love this smell. Oh, Jesus. Here we go, Lord. Really, Marge? That mean you get some of them people that get in your car too. She said, I love the smell of weed. So I'm good. I'm good there. And I get them safely to their destination. They're not driving high. Very good. So you do get those ones. Marge, yeah. But think about this. Them same ones that might be high, they could go off on you too. You understand what I'm saying? So them ones, don't even talk to them. Don't even tell them nothing out the way. Because like I said, for that man, no, and I don't know if that person that shot him was smelling like weed or was smoking. Only God knows. But, okay, I'm going to say okay to that one. Because I feel like as an Uber driver, for me, somebody come and get in my car and they smell strong of weed, I don't want to tell them, I'm sorry, I got to decline this ride. Like, that's, I mean, for me, thinking that way, you know what I mean? Because so when they get in your car and they're so high that they want to even continue doing it in your car. And then you end up telling them, no, you can't do that here, man. You can't do that here. Then you end up in an argument with this person and they got a GUN and you don't even know. Or even a knife. You know what I mean? Some crazy stuff could happen out there, so yeah. So be careful while you're out there. Elise is saying exactly 100% to weed. So Elise, you like the smell of weed too? Lord have mercy. To each its own, okay? If you like the smell of it, no, I can't stand the smell of it, honestly. No way. I can't even believe that when I get the Uber, something that smell like that. Because I'm thinking to myself, okay, if you pick up somebody that came in your Uber or your Lyft, and that person smell like pure weed, before you go and pick up the next driver, you should got some air freshener spray or mist or something in your vehicle, in your glove compartment, so you can spray in your vehicle if you're going to pick up the next person and keep the windows open. Not have your windows roll up still and that weed smell just strong in your vehicle like nothing, you know. What Marge is saying probably right now is people that are driving high. That's why the driving is so horrible since weed was legalized here in New York. Many cars are dented way more than before. Noticeable. Wow. Probably, darling. Hey, Jesus. God forbid. And you know that those people that pick you up and their car is smelling like nothing but weed, the first thing they're going to blame it on, yeah, I don't know how people can just come in your vehicle smelling with this weed. Meanwhile, it's them that was smoking the damn weed before they can pick you up. That's why the scent is so strong. Because that man that told me that time, that first guy, I was thinking to myself, yeah, right. I ain't saying nothing, man. I was like, oh, that's crazy. But I was like, yeah, right, in my mind. It probably was you because the car was just so strong. By the time I closed the door and he started driving off and I smelled the thing, I'm like, oh, my God. Like, was this man smoking? So by the time I did like this is when he saying something about it. Greetings, Priscilla. Thank you so much for the 300 stars. I appreciate you. Peggy is putting happy birthday in there to Linda Muhammad. But yes, they will lie that meanwhile it was them that took a break. And let me just puff here. But okay, you take a break. Common sense will tell you as an Uber driver or Lyft driver, get out the car. Get out your car and make sure your windows are up. And just go sideways and do your thing. But hello, when you come, it might still be on you. The smell. You know what I mean? But I don't believe in that, boy. Keep me away from them kind of things here. Keep me away, y'all. Okay. Yeah, Mars, you can. Because that would be going too far right there. Because what's going to happen to the next customers that you pick up? Your whole car will be smelling like a bunch of weed and people won't want to ride with you. They want to cancel the ride. Sandra Moore, I see you in there. Happy Wednesday indeed. So you got to think about others, not just one person. But Marge is saying, however, I did bring somebody to get his last cigarettes once and let him smoke in my car He was going to rehab for a month, leaving his family. So what? He would have smoke outside. Mm. He would have to smoke outside. He won't be able to smoke in my car. I don't care if he's going to rehab or not. When he don't buy the cigarettes at the store, he should stay there and order another Uber. Take that 10 minutes, right? Put the one to wait. Take that 10 minutes or 15 minutes and smoke. That's what you should do. Not come in somebody's car to smoke. Seriously? I don't care if you open the window or not. Yvette Carter said, today is my last son's birthday. Well, happy birthday to your son. Wishing him many more birthdays to celebrate. Hope he has a wonderful day. Yeah, but Marg, some people don't do that. Marg is saying, oh yeah, you have to put the windows down and refresh it. Some people don't. The last two that did that, meaning the high roadway, that the car was smelling like that, darling, you could tell that they sprayed nothing in there because you cannot smell anything of air freshener. All I was smelling was weed. And I know how weed smell because anytime I am in an atmosphere of an area, I can smell if somebody in the area is doing it, wherever they are, because the smell, you know, if you've ever smelled it before. So yes, I'm not one to like the smell. Annie, I see you. Welcome, welcome. So Peggy saying, unless black people are done protesting, if it's boycotting, Chaco Prince, it's just not going on the road for that. Have you seen how upsetting a certain that black people are not protesting anymore? I haven't even heard nothing about that. Iceland, good morning, welcome everyone. I ain't even heard nothing about it, so that's what I'm saying. I'm doing great, Annie. Thank you for asking, darling. How about yourself? Alive and well by the grace of God, thank you. I'm saying alive and well because y'all wouldn't believe that I called and I was so disappointed. I said this to somebody. I called yesterday to make an appointment, right, with a primary care doctor. Trying to get one, yeah. They tell me they don't have no appointments. They got no appointments until September. I said, okay, July. I'm thinking I'm counting the months. I said, I guess that's okay. Okay. Give me, can I have your phone number, your name? Okay, I'm thinking now that woman gonna book me for September. Guess what? She said, okay, we'll call you back for schedule. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. You don't even know where. I mentioned that to somebody, and I said, it's such a shame that I work for a dang hospital, and I can't even get a dang appointment. Everybody telling you, oh, we don't have no appointments until next 3 months, until this, until that. Y'all gotta wait till people dying or something well, if you're dying, go to the emergency room, right? They ain't got no choice but to see you then. It's so sad. But I understand because even with my work that I do, people be calling in too, and they be like, look, they give me an appointment with this doctor all the way in January next year. And in my mind, I'm thinking, January? Shit, you better look for another doctor. But I'm not going to tell them that. You know what I mean? Because that's, you know. And the person is like, I think that's insane. Like, don't they have no sooner appointments? I said, I don't know. I don't make appointments. I just do such and such. Let me transfer you over to the area to see if they can find another doctor or something. But I thought it was weird that, you know. But it is what it is. Somebody told me, well, you would think that because you work for a hospital that they will make preferences for the employees to get appointments sooner. I tell you, but it don't work like that, buddy. It seems like everybody's categorized the same, and you shouldn't need special privileges or something because your employer to get appointments. They got to go based on who call, right? Mildred says, sweet peas, your face look like beautiful like a teenager right there. Oh my God, thank you, darling. I still got some aches and pains in my body though. Maybe it just needs to be walking more. Because, you know, sitting down all day at a desk, that could play a big part on your, you know, little aches that you might be getting. So that's why I started doing walking as well. At least 2 times per week, 3 times per week. I plan to start walking around because I really sit too much. So then I got to push my chair back and stretch my legs under my desk sometimes. But Pauline Johnson said, I hate when they smoke weed, especially women, and they be in slow motion. They can't even think straight. I'm telling you, I work at an airport, and one person put the tag on inside out. That's what I'm telling you. They don't think straight. I'm like, what type of weed are you smoking? The type that got them can't think straight. They know how to put on their own clothes. I have nothing against weed at all, but just be cautious. I'm telling you, because some of them go too far. And then they act stupid, right? Can you imagine? But you don't even know that you got your clothes wrong. My God. The question you got to ask themselves, though, did they even remember to put on underwear? Or is their underwear even on inside and out as well? Many crazy things. Oh, my God. It's such a shame. Stay away from that kind of nonsense. And thank God that I never got caught up in any of them kind of things, because you know that people with young children, once they get a taste of that thing and they got friends that continuously do it, your children could be gone just because of that weed here. It's such a shame. But, you know, to each his own here. I ain't dogging nobody that does it. Because somebody that does it might come along now and start hating on me because of my opinion. But to each his own. If it makes you happy and you relax you, because that's what some people use to excuse that. It relax them. It calms them down. They got a lot of stuff going on in their life. And it really kind of helped them. Well, to each his own. Yeah, so hello, Patricia Lowe. Hi from Barbados. So, yes. So, Eliza saying, well, okay, you're responding to someone. Alrighty. But, yes, I would never tell nobody go and try that. You know, there's some people that got pain in their body, right? Severe pain in their body. And they actually say that they're married, that it does help them with the pain that they got. So I've heard people say that before. So that's what I'm saying, to each his own. Not because it's helping with the pain, don't mean that it's good for you, right? So people can do whatever they want, but I don't want to be involved in any of them kind of things. I don't want to be involved in no pain, popping pills, nothing like that. No. I knew one guy that used to work with me when I was a shift lead manager. Let me tell you something. Rest in peace. He's gone now. But he used to, I believe he was involved in some things as well, but he used to pop so many pills. And if I tell you all the pills that he used to pop, you will shake your head. It was the pain pills. Pills for pain. When it was, he didn't used to use like the Tylenol and the Aleve, but the generic store brand, obviously, because that's cheaper. And at our job, if you got pain as an employee, you could, you know, as a manager as well, you could store used products, right? But you put it in the office and they draw so that any other one that want to use it could come in there. So this one used to store used many pills, bottles that go on 300 and 400 pills. He will use it, right? Put it on the store, that the store is paying for it, so it doesn't appear as a stolen item, you know? And he'll put it in the drawer. Every day he came to work, Lord, rest in peace, guy. Every day he came to work, he was taking out 6 of them pills and popping them and throughout the day. One day I asked him, and when he's popping the pills, he's drinking Red Bull along with it. So you know that he gonna get a little high, right? One day I asked him, why you be popping all these pills? Don't you know this is not good for you? This is crazy. Plus you're smoking, plus you're drinking. He said, oh, my body aches and these things help me. What? So you popping these pills, drinking Red Bull, 2 Red Bulls, as you come to work in the morning, so you can get high, you can't feel the pain. I ain't said it like that. But I figured that that's what was going on. And I was not the only one that was telling him about it. Other people that was working there as well was asking him why he popped so many pills, you know. But anyhow, as me and him became friends and we talked more and more, eventually he started wearing off of them pills. Because I guess hearing people talk about it at the job and stuff, that he always started using these bottles of pills to keep popping, he started to feel away, you know what I mean? Because I would too, hello. But that's what I'm saying. People get high on all the worst kind of things here that you would not even imagine. And who would think that taking them pain pills, drinking Red Bull, that it can bother you? But it will. Because they ain't talking about taking no 2 pills for no headache. And he ain't got no headache. The man taking 4 at one time. Take those. Then, before the day is over, he come and taking more. When you know that in a maximum of a day, you're not supposed to take no more than some of them pills tell you 4. But, you know, to each his own. Some people think that they're taking these things because, oh, it's comfort for them. In his case, did you hear what he said? His body's aching. And he's only, this guy was only 30-something. And his body's aching. And when he take them, the pain goes away. It makes him feel better. No. When he was high, he was not feeling whatever he was going through at that time. You know what I mean? So to each his own, yeah. Let people do what they want to do. I ain't never smoked, like no cigarette smoking, no weed smoking, no alcoholism, no. Give me Baileys every once in a while, whether it's birthday, Christmas, New Year's, or if I just choose to buy it for whatever else, which I don't often. Then yeah, but outside of that, no, I ain't want to see none of them things. But everybody does what is best for them, right? So yeah. But my people, see, you see how God works today, Marg. Marg, if you're still here, you see how God works? I came to talk about something else. I came to talk about another story. But look at where this conversation was led, to us going back on memory lane and also incorporating some other things. All I can tell you there, Marg, is be careful. And I know that God will protect you. I don't know if you, I think you say you live in New York, right? God will protect you out there on those roads and those streets, darling. But for me personally, I don't think that I will be able to do Uber or Lyft where I'm living. No, I wouldn't. And yeah, I wouldn't. I don't know about DoorDash or any of those kind of things, but I wouldn't even be able to do any of them right now anyways. Because to be honest, working, sitting at a desk all day, I don't want to get and go in a car and go and drive and do nothing else. No. So, and on the weekends, I'm so happy to be out from work so I could do other things that I need to do that I don't want to go and deliver nothing. But if push come to shove and I needed to make extra money like that, I would do what I got to do, you know what I mean? But yeah, so to each his own. But just be careful while you're out there doing these things, because years and years ago to me, Uber and Lyft, you could say that it used to be really safe. You didn't see hear about no craziness happening to people while they're driving or picking up people. But, you know, times has changed. And when you start hearing about little things that happen, you're thinking to yourself, wow, Uber, Jesus, my God. You know, so yeah. No. Sean Johnson said, hi, Sweet Peach. You are a fashionista. You're a fashionista. You inspire me. I need to get myself together. Darling, to each his own, right? I mean, you only live once. You only live once. And I tell people all the time, you don't have to go there and spend a lot of money to make yourself look decent. And it's just for you, not for anybody else. So do your thing, darling, definitely. But thank you for that. I always, and I'm going to say always, until life happened, I was always a person that I always make my hair look good for me, not for other people, but I make my hair look good when I do it myself. And you know, I only started wearing wigs a few months ago because I didn't want to be bothered with my hair. And I still don't want to be bothered with it. So, and I figure, you know what? My sister's the one who said, when are you going to buy a wig? Buy a wig and wear. And I go like, a wig? I don't know about me and wigs. That's what I said. Because I bought one wig in my lifetime. And that was back in maybe 2020 or 2021, somewhere around there. And let me tell y'all something. I wear that wig and then I took it off and I was like, oh my God, these wigs are not for me. And I had sworn off to wigs. So when I was talking to my sister, I was like, oh my God, I don't know what to do with my hair. And especially with me starting to work, I don't know about this. She's like, why don't you just buy a wig if you don't want to keep braiding the hair to pull out your temple hair? And I was like, a wig? I don't know about me and a wig. She's like, girl, buy a braid wig. This was the first braid wig that I got. She was like, just get a braided wig. At least it will look like you got on braids. Let me tell you, the day when I went there and I tried on this braided wig, I was like, oh, okay, I guess this one could work. I asked them to cut the lace. And then I asked the girl, so how are you going to do with this little lace in the front ear? She's like, put glue, and I'm like, no, 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 I want no glue to finish pulling out the front of my hair. So she ended up giving me, oh God, where I put it? I was just about to show you all the wrong thing. This here is something called lace melt. Lace melt. So instead of using glue, you just spray this one right along the headline there, and then put this on. And then I put some sort of band around it to tie it so I can lay it down. Lace melt spray. So yes, darling, make yourself look good, make yourself be happy, enjoy life until your day comes and you're gone. Don't mean that you have to be materialistic, because some people take you making yourself look good and decent for you being materialistic, but that's not what it is. Because guess what? You could get things very reasonable, whether you go to Rainbow, whether you shop online at Temu or Shein or whoever, and you aren't paying a lot of money, but you're just making yourself look decent. You know what I mean? So yes, darling, do what you got to do for yourself. I say all the time, you raise your kids at a certain age now, they're taking care of themselves, take care of you. Take care of you. Marg said, hello, Sweet Peach. Bailey's is the Irish chocolate milk. Bailey's is delicious, Marg. I don't care what type it is. You know that green one that I show you guys? That is the cookies and cream flavor one. Oh, that thing was so delicious. Oh my God, maybe all that kind of stuff, because cookies and creams. And then Mark told me, oh, Mom, you should get some ice cream and pour that over and see how it tastes. And I'm thinking, yeah, you're right, Mark. Buy me some ice cream next time you go to the store or order it. That's my whole point. A mixture of all these things over the last few months, guess what? That make me gain some weight. So I'm like, let me get up and start walking. This is the most weight I have ever had in my life. Most weight that I've ever had. So that's why I need to get it down. And I know as you get older, yes, you tend to gain more weight. And then me and them pig feet, no. So I haven't ate pig feet in a while. I can leave that pig feet where it is, and I can just be walking every evening I get off of work at least 3 times per week. Yes, Marge, of course, Bailey's is delicious, darling. It really is. And it's not too strong, and doesn't have a strong percentage of alcohol. But Grace said, I remember the time I was working, some of the Kellogg's in there were using tablets, okay. And some very early age. Yes, they lost their life, unfortunately. Yes, darling, they're not very old. And because of all these things that they're taking, and they think that is because of stress, because of pain they got. And I'm thinking to myself, what pain? 20-something years old and 30 years old, and they're crying for these things. What about us that been there, done that, and needed to do any of these kind of things to keep going? You know? I don't get it, but the world has changed. So you will hear children and people talking about depression, and some of them haven't even reached 20 yet. And you're thinking to yourself, wow, what the hell could be going on in their life that they're depressed at this moment? But only God knows what happened to them or what they went through. Only God knows that caused them to be like that. Because again, our time was totally different, you know. Elisa, I can't wear wigs. I am scared the breeze. Plus it feels heavy. Elisa, that's not true, darling. It does not feel heavy. And the wind is not going to blow your wig, darling. She said, plus the breeze will blow it off. It will not. Trust me. Like this wig. I think 2 of the wigs that I got so far, they have like a band in it. So when I go to put it on, right, I hold the band and put the band across the front first. And then it has a comb in the back. So you push the comb upward. You put on a net on your hair first. Then the band from this is holding it. Push the comb, because there's a comb mat attached to the wig already. Push it up. Then there's 2 combs here. So these combs are going to be pushed in. The wig will not blow off, darling. And the wig is not heavy. This one is so light. Very light. You would think that it's heavy, right? But it's very light. And what I love about this one, the braid wig as well, is that you can change it in different styles. You don't have to wear it one way all the time, you know? So I get you, Liz, but yes, people might think of breeze. Anybody that a wig blow off their head when the wind blow, they didn't attach it properly. They did not clip it, because most wigs comes with those combs already attached. You just position it and push the wigs I'm sorry, push the combs upward. So that's security right there. The comb in the back is security as well, plus that band that's hooked to it. So it will not blow off like that, darling. My hair is so long, so I added extensions or clip-ons. Okay, I understand. And I used to do stuff like that too, but you know, as time go on, darling, like, it's not that easy to keep up. And braiding will thin in the front of your hair as well. And that's what has happened to mine over the years. So from the time that my sister said buy a wig and I got this one, I was like, wow, I can wear this. Not bad at all. Then I decided, okay, I'm going somewhere. I'm going to buy another wig. So I went back and I tried another one. That's how I ended up buying wigs. And I'm loving them, you know. I really am. Don't buy no wig from Temu. Do not buy no wig from Temu. I'm going to tell you that right now. Temu, I think it's called. I bought one wig from Temu. Let me tell you, the wig that was on their website was not like the wig I got. Because the wig that I saw on their website was supposed to be longer. The one that came to me, yes, it was the same color. But guess what? The wig was short. And I was upset. Because I didn't realize that not till I had already pulled off something off her. Otherwise, I would have sent it back. So I will never buy another wig from them. And I am buying a wig that gone past $100 neither. No. Not because I'm cheap, but no. I don't spend money like that. I don't buy shoes that gone past no $100. No bag that gone past no $100. And I ain't buying no wig that gone past no $100. All right? You don't have to spend a whole bunch of money to make yourself look decent. Mara said, never going to eat pig feet. Do you know what those pigs have been walking in? But Marge is clean. By the time you buy it, it's already clean. By the time you cook it, you're going to boil it in hot water first. That's going to take out everything. Oh my God. Here we go now. Marge is not going on cruise. Marge don't want to try pig feet. She don't want to try chicken feet. Oh my God. I understand you, darling. Oh Lord, that's too much. Hi, Priscilla. Did Mark find a job? Bless his heart. He's waiting, darling. He entered 2 interviews already. You know how that goes. They'll get back to you. So forth, so forth. Pauline Johnson said every woman should have a wig for bad hair days or emergency or just to switch your look up. Period. I agree with you, Pauline Johnson. I'm not learning that now, right? You know, over the years, I said I don't think wigs are for me. But it depends on the wig that you buy, right? Because some wigs that you buy, you go try them on. Trust me. They might make you look like your grandma, right? So when you try on the wig, you try on more than one so that you can make sure that that wig can look okay on you, right? And you're not going to add 15 or 20 years onto you. No. So, outside of that, my people, let me tell you all something. I don't do nothing extraordinary. I don't go get no facials, no all these kind of no. I just wash my face with Neutrogena. You know, I got the Neutrogena soap, face soap, or sometimes they pump one. And I wash my face with that and just do my thing. And trust me, I only start wearing foundation a year ago, right? A year ago, I started wearing foundation. Before that, I was just wearing powder. Maybelline Fit Me powder is what I would put on my face every so often. So if I tell you guys that years and years ago of my life, I was not even into wearing no makeup at all. I was not wearing no foundation. I was not into all them things. No, that came only after a few years ago. I'm going to tell you that right now. And that's me being very honest. I'm just saying, right? Because it was no need for none of them things, to be honest. I was not into makeup. I was into hair. Because obviously, beautician over the years doing hair. So I was more into hair. But makeup, I never got into makeup, darling. Well, but let me read Pauline Johnson. Then I got to go, my guys. Great conversation. Pauline says, Sweet Peach, if you live in Chicago, then you better double tap it down or you will be running behind it trying to catch it. Really? Even though it has that band? Because the band is tight. And it's not a band that you have to tie. It's a band that is stretchable. So once you put the band on, that band got it secure. But I don't know. Maybe Chicago when it's that high. Maybe. But Lahoma, good morning, my family. I finally caught alive. I've missed y'all so much. Sending love. Thank you so much for the 1,000 stars, Lahoma. Hope you're doing okay. I haven't seen you in a while, for real. Like typing in here, maybe you've been around, but our early time is not for you. I have a big head. What? Elisa, I have a big head. Do wigs stretch? Darling, I got a big head too. My head big too. But I'm just saying that they got many different types of wigs. When you go to like the beauty supply, you ask them to try on the wigs. They'll give you stocking caps. And you can try on 3, 5 wigs, even 10 if you want to, because you can't make a decision. So once you try it on, you will know what will fit your head. I got a wig, to be honest, and when I put it on, darling, to me the wig is bigger, like bigger than my head. That one, I don't know how the heck it got like that. That probably that Timu one. Maybe that's why it's that kind of size. That's unusual, you know. Marcia, she like CoverGirl BB cream. Okay, never tried that. Yeah, but Rishon said this wig brand should sponsor Heels NBC Peach because it looks so nice on you. I'm going to order myself one as well. That's nice, darling. This one, I went to a natural beauty supply. Where I got this one from the beauty supply itself. So I didn't really order online. You know why I did that? Because I don't believe in ordering wigs online, because I don't know when it comes, if I'm gonna like it, is it gonna suit me. So I like to go to the beauty supply and tell them, look, I want to try on that one, let me see that one too. So by the time I finish, I got like 3 different wigs or 4, and I use the stocking cap they give me, and I try on these wigs. I tweak it. So my recommendation to you, Sean, if this is your first time buying a wig, go to a beauty supply that sells hair products and that sells a lot of wigs. So that way you have a lot to choose from. Unless somebody send you one to try, and then, you know, because if it's not for you and you don't like it, guess what? Some places might not take it back, right? So just be very cautious and careful. But so far, the ones that I have, I am enjoying them, just like the black one as well that I wore when I went away last week or the week before. That one came from the same beauty supply, because those people have a whole back wall full of wigs and around the circle full of wigs. And then they have some more mannequins in the middle. So when you go there, it's so hard to choose, but y'all know my colors. I like burgundy stuff, you know, a little burgundy, mixing the gold sometimes, but then black. But yes, so guys, let me run so that I can log into these people systems on time. Thank you all so much for joining in. Thank you to everybody send the stars. If anybody sent coffee over there and I didn't see it, thank you as well. Great conversation. We're going to talk about this some more. That way we can share some different ideas and stuff like that. I can't share nothing much about makeup with you, because like I say, I'm not a makeup person. I just do a thing or two myself, and that's it. But I love you all, and thank you for joining in. Have a